intergalactic confederation that arrived in our star system is stationary now at the moment between Jupiter and Ganymede, and also the other moon, Io or Io. It's I saw it actually. It was in the picture. So around these 3 points, and they don't stay all in their motherships. All the officials are welcome to stay on Ganymede, and there I even been told that they have already a facility on Ganymede, the Intergalactic Confederation. So also, but I haven't been in that one. I have been on board their mothership. The officials are on Ganymede. They are there, they stay there, and a lot of personnel and logistics are welcome in the huge, big Ashtar Command base on Jupiter, in the Jupiter upper atmosphere.
Okay, so Ganymede is a place where there is a lot happening, and I just want to mention that there are other sources that talk about Ganymede being a place for different extraterrestrial civilizations having set up major bases and being present. I actually have a book. I visited Ganymede. Oh, wow. And this is by Joseph Ibrahim. It came out in 1998, and wow. It really covers the ancient civilizations on Ganymede, the extraterrestrial civilizations there. So this is another source confirming that, you know, there's a lot on Ganymede, and that this is has long been a hub for extraterrestrial visitation. Now we've had your experience that you were taken there in October 2020, and we also have my source JP saying he was taken there, and you know, and this is this person here, Joseph Ibrahim. That's actually a pseudonym. I know his real name, and I'll make that available. He was also taken to Ganymede. And there are others as well. The South American contactees also talk about Ganymede being a base for the, they call it the Confederation of Planets. So, you know, there's a lot describing Ganymede. But so now, you know, we have you as a eyewitness to what's up there on Ganymede. So you were taken there in October 2020 for the first time, and you had the encounter with the Ginvo officer. Now you went again in October 4. Thorhan tells you about something coming in to our solar system, and yeah, October 4 he gives you a lot of details. So you want to tell us what it was that Thorhan told you back in October, just over a month ago?
Yes, yeah, a year after I went for the first time there, he sent me a vision, because most of the time we have telepathic contact. We're using my device, but it's telepathic manifestation. I mean, I see what he sees, I hear what he hears. And he was on board a ship, and he says, I'm going to show you something now. There is a big fleet that has arrived in our star system. This day I had 2 contacts. First, he told me that the Intergalactic Confederation is arriving in our star system. And the second, later in the day, more specific contact, where he showed it to me, went on board a ship to Ganymede, and he showed me it was an armada of maybe 20 or 30 that I could visually see. Maybe there were more. Big white social shapes, motherships. They were enormous, really gigantic, like typical flying saucers. Enormous, white, glowing white, beautiful. They were there, and they were stationed in between Jupiter and Ganymede. And he said to me, they've come because we've requested them, we sent them the signal that we were ready for them to come. So they came to for many different reasons. First, to evaluate our potential for first contact, because they are going to take care of this first contact. And that's the first thing. The second, I'm going to develop this. And the other reason was these people from the Intergalactic Confederation are founder races who have been involved in modifying the human genome and seeding humans a little bit everywhere in the galaxy, and also on Earth. And so they come to see how the kids are doing. I say they come to witness our victory, our work, in coordination with the Galactic Federation of Worlds. And when I say us, it's the Earth Alliance and the Earth Space Military. How we are doing, what's happening now, how have we succeeded in this conflict, this challenge. So they are here to just record this and see what's happening, but also for helping everyone, especially the Galactic Federation, to go to the next step, because apparently the Galactic Federation of Worlds needs their avail to go further in the full disclosure. So how first contact, how that is going to happen. So they are evaluating still at the moment how they are doing this. What has been decided at the moment, and it has already started, is that it's going to, of course, be a soft contact, progressive operation, which consists in showing more and more ships in the sky. So you are going to, it has started. We are seeing more and more and more UFOs in the sky at the moment, and it's the good ones, because the bad ones have been eliminated. It's the good ones. More and more sightings. That's on purpose, and you will see ships that just go like a performance sometimes. And also the Earth Alliance has its big part in the job, is to catch up with the technology. They are going to slowly, progressively integrate the technology that is used in space into Earth everyday life. That the two timelines merge in one. It's like an updated catch up, you know. So that's what they come for, these people.
Okay, so the Intergalactic Confederation, you were told by Thorhan in October of this year that they were coming, and it's very interesting that we also had that object called Oumuamua that was actually observed by the Keck telescope in Hawaii, and that one of the Harvard astronomers, Professor Avi Loeb, wrote actually a book about it. And it's interesting that the term Oumuamua means advanced scout ship. So, you know, the question here is, well, was Oumuamua part of this incoming Intergalactic Confederation fleet, that it was like literally a scout ship for that, to kind of like let humanity know that we're coming? Because I remember that was one of the things that my source JP told me, because he did talk about the Oumuamua. I never discussed it at the time. I never released what he had said about Oumuamua, but he said that it was coming, and that the military had been told that there's a large, very large, powerful fleet of benevolent extraterrestrials coming in. So that matches what you said. And these, you don't know JP, you never met him. So this is completely independent information, but it corroborates. But I think also it'd be interesting to know, do you think, or do you know of Oumuamua being in any way related to this intergalactic Confederation fleet?
Well, I had asked that at the time, Thorhan, what is this? And he said, it said it's a probe. It's a probe from a very ancient civilization that was there at the beginning of human race. And he didn't say more. So I suppose it's what it is, a probe. Could be a scout ship, could be the same concept, something that is sent to just record and see how things are going. And like you send something in advance to know if the ground is ready for the big artillery to finally come. So that an ancient civilization, yes, that's the Cedars, I would say, could be that. It matches anyway.
Yeah, that's very important because Avi Loeb, that Harvard astronomer, he's gotten a lot of attention because of his book and his belief that this was an ancient civilization, or that this scout craft belonged to some ancient civilization. Of course, he hypothesized that, you know, that they sent that hundreds of thousands of years ago and they're probably long gone. But I think he would be very interested to know about your information and JP's information that this scout craft actually belonged to a fleet that was coming in, and that fleet has arrived.